Anti-Patterns of Performance and Bhartiya Practices Part 1. What is an anti-pattern? The medium is the message, said communication theorist Marshall McLuhan. Understanding Media, The Extensions of Man, 1964. What McLuhan referred to in this phrase is the psychic and social consequences of the designs or patterns as they amplify or accelerate existing processes. As in his views, the message of any medium or technology is a change of scale or pace or pattern that it introduces into human affairs. Pattern recognition forms a significant part of human observations, but in computer technology, the idea of anti-patterns exists too. So, what are the anti-patterns, and how do they work? To see that, we can recall the Boeing 737 MAX crash catastrophe that happened between October 2018 to March 2019. In October 2018, a Boeing 737 MAX passenger jet crashed shortly after takeoff off the coast of Indonesia, and 5 months later, following a similar pattern, another 737 MAX crashed in Ethiopia. After investigations, it was widely reported that a flight control software fix known as MCAS, Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, was one of the key factors that led to the two crashes that killed 346 people. The company tried hard to push the blame on the software malfunction, and even tried to push the blame further on an Indian IT company too, but from the accounts of those involved and their own country's detailed investigation reports, it came to the surface that the technology involved was not an isolated factor that contributed to that disaster. It was a part of a series of slip-ups. From economic incentives drive for profits to culture to system engineering to sales process to training to user interface and documentation, every aspect that expected to yield some advantage instead proved deadly anti-patterns for the stability and performance of the aircraft. And the way those small leakages in their overall working culture approach got unnoticed and undocumented in the first crash and surpassed the system again to make their way to the second, reflects the very nature of the anti-patterns. In 1995, programmer Andrew Koenig first coined the term anti-pattern in his article published in the Journal of Object-Oriented Programming. His core idea was that an anti-pattern often seems like a good approach when you begin, but slowly it leads you into trouble. In simple words, these are not some types of flaws, bugs, or errors that could surface in routine observations, as these practices initially appear to be beneficial and rewarding, but ultimately, they result in seriously damaging consequences. This is one of the key problems with anti-patterns, that they look trivial, useful, attractive, and relevant at the beginning, and due to that illusion, those who follow them often lack the desire to anticipate that in the long run, they can pave the way for unprecedented disaster too.